Karloman from Russia, 1883. Good rating. Let's see if I survive. He's beaten me 1.5 to 1/2. He does this funny stuff. Let's see if he wants to trade. No. Let's break the pin. Oh, he's going for a stone wall structure. Let's occupy that space. And yeah, let's hold it securely. He can put a knight here, of course. Yeah, let's trade that off. Ah, a little too quick there, huh? Well, I don't have to worry about a knight coming there anytime soon. Oh my. And the queen's aimed at that square. Okay. Let's lift the bishop up. Yeah, running late today. Hello, Joe. How you doing? And hello, Timo. Thanks for joining me here. Okay, I want to chase this queen away. I'm down the exchange here. I fell into a little trap early on. There. Now the queen is going away. Bye-bye, queen. I went all the way there. It could have gone to h3 too. But he doesn't have to do anything special here. I should try and get my knight into the game. Bring his rooks over. Yeah, that's what he wants to do. How do I get my knight in the game? That's a good question. Okay. Well, I got my knight to a square. And so let's see. He's creating a pawn weakness over here for me to have to worry about. What was king f2? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. Yeah. I was thinking maybe I could push this pawn and sacrifice it in order to grab a pawn over here, but when he takes back, it hits my queen. So let's move the queen out of danger, out of that area. So just push the d pawn and take the push the e pawn and take the c pawn. That's my plan. Yeah. So he's going to force a trade when I do that. Or maybe he'll double. Who knows? He could push too instead of taking. No, he takes. It was kind of logical to take. So the king is over there on. King is over there. On f2, but it's on a dark square, so my bishop can't reach it. So, you know, he's doing fine here. Doing just fine. Let's see how he breaks through. He should put a rook on the d file, I suppose. Oh, he's going to push this pawn and mate me here. Very clever. Here, let's attack his queen. Let's trade off that rook. Not that I really want to trade it, but there's too much danger here. Oh yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. It's just a matter of time. I'm mostly playing this to see his technique here. Get out of the path of the queen, or stay out of the path of the queen. Oh, so the queen goes there. So well, let's see if I can poke around in here. Maybe I can get some checks in. Check here. Queen e2, did you mean e7? Ah, he's got a mate here, except my queen is guarding that square. Ah, so he picks up my queen. So let's get another game here. That's enough of that. Good game. Anyway, my rating is over 1800, so my challenge here will be to stay at 1800. Grand Velu, another high-rated player. Well, I may not last. This may be a road to 1750. Okay, what do I do here? I guess you bring the knight out right away to hit the queen. They play d4. So I bring the knight here and he pins. I think that's okay because the the queen is hitting the b7 square if he ever exchanges there. So actually this pawn is not under as much pressure as it would appear. On the other hand, unpinning the knight would be good too. Okay, now what to do? What to do? Defend the pawn some more? This b7 is now protected. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Yeah, I can't take it because of the pin. On the other hand, I can take his bishop. And if he takes my bishop, I unpin. So maybe his clever thing there wasn't actually working. I don't know. Yep, there we go. And knight check here, winning my queen, except my queen guards the square. So it sort of barely hangs together. Hey, Super Trooper. Anyway, notice that he played all that without losing any time. So do I want to trade queens? I don't see any reason to trade queens, and maybe his king will come under fire. Oh, he likes to do that kind of stuff, does he? So if I go to a dark square, his bishop will harass me. So let's go here. He's not actually doing much here, is he? Now, he could have taken that pawn. Well, he can still take it. Let's bring this rook over. I'm not as scared. You can take a pawn there if you want. He doesn't want my filthy pawn. Let's see. So he can take here. Yeah, he wants a different pawn. Exactly. Yeah. How about if I push again? Don't have a good way of ganging up on that b7 pawn that I can see. Yeah, he's got a dark squared bishop there. Okay. Let's kick the knight. Let's force some action here. Knight's going to d5, you think? What about c2? Well, he stopped to think. And d5 is under fire. He's got 3 attackers, but I think this is just better because he gets my bishop. Yeah, that was a good piece, so he's happy to get rid of it. Now this is defended for the moment. He could still take here. But yeah, he's not interested in that. He just wants to increase his firepower against my... If he takes, then he can't take my pawn? Because the queen is hitting his queen? Maybe. Ah, the queen is tied down to the mate threat. Yeah. I see. Good point. Yeah, it's this battery here, I assume. So he defends there. And I've been wondering if I should just push that pawn. This knight seems so useless here. Trying to give my knight a square on b5. Push the pawn and get discoveries with the knight. Yeah, I was wondering if I could push that pawn. I wonder now if he can just take here. Of course, he can also take here. He can take there, huh? So I can throw in a check here first. Or not, because the queen's on that. So I can take here. Now I can take here. But he's got a fork. He's got a... well, it's not a fork because it's a pin. Yeah, just what you said, Joe. So I can move the knight with check and take his queen, right? So go ahead and grab that pawn, please. Oh, do that? What's your plan? What is the plan? Looks like he missed that. Knight a7, the queen could take the knight. Algorithm, so it would save him. But this way, I get a whole queen. He gets a pawn. No, what's that no? Was there something else? Oh, well, you'll have to explain that to me later. I should have played knight takes b2. Ah, yeah, knight takes b2. Sure, that would have been good. Let's see, right here. That's even more, yeah, it saves the whole knight. Very clever. Yeah, I just took the queen because that was the sequence I saw. Someone was asking about knight a7. Ah, because he pushed the pawn. Yeah, knight a7 works too. But because of Joe's line, because of the line that Joe pointed out, this is actually the better move because, well, he could take the knight. But if he moves his king, then I have this. It's a double check, and I pick up the queen. I don't even lose the knight. So it sets up a little trap there. So I guess they're about equal. So knight a7 would work there too. See, my rook's not in a position to go to the back there, and he gets the knight. Wesley Slow is plus 9.8 and blundered, allowing Naka to get a perpetual. Yeah, that happens. Hey, good morning, Tim. Good morning, everyone. Here, let's bring this up on Twitch here so I can see what I look like. Be back with you in a second. Wake up, Twitch. It's not responding. Here, let's play another game. Why are you not responding, Twitch? What's up with you? There you go. There we go. One more. Boom. Jeez. Okay. We got a d4. I'll play knight f6. Ah, we have evenly rated. Anyway, my rating is still over 1800. That's the theme of this session is can I stay at 1800? There, finally I'm getting my channel up. So he's playing the Blackmar-Diemer gambit. It's a funky line. So I go here. He takes. I can trade queens and move my knight somewhere. Do I have a good move with the knight? There's some line there, but I'm forgetting it. Let's go ahead and do this anyway. Shake it up. Get him out of his routine here. E5 is often a way to undermine these Blackmar-Diemer type gambits. But I don't know if it's correct in this circumstance. And maybe knight to b5 works. Ah, yes, I did. Had a decent Thanksgiving. Okay, we got 2 attackers, 2 defenders, so let's pin the knight. Add me friend, thank you for the follow. And Lemar, thank you for the follow. What is that? Do you not care that I am taking your pieces? I can take the knight with check and then take the bishop. So he's got to back down here. Or trade out. Yep. Had kind of an isolated Thanksgiving, but it was okay. My daughter-in-law brought us a night's Thanksgiving lunch, which we could eat, but we couldn't visit. Thanksgiving dinner, I mean. Aha. So if I take the knight, he will take back with the bishop hitting this pawn. If I take the bishop, he will take back, and then I will take here, and he will take back, and then I'll take here, right? Although maybe it's not good because this is a problem. Knight to c7 is a problem, so I can't really take the pawn. That'd be funny. Queen takes pawn, knight c7. That would be funny. Let's just kick the knight away first. Yeah, I have a daughter who works in, and both my daughter-in-law and my daughter work in the medical profession. One's a nurse, a pediatric nurse, and one is a radiologic technician. Yeah, you can go for the Jobava from that position. Anyway, I'm going to blockade. I'm going to blockade the pawn with the queen. Isn't that what they teach you always? Always blockade with your queen. A critical care pharmacist. Oh, that is cool. Highly specialized. Thinking maybe just put a rook here, get my knight out of the way, chase his knight away, grab this guy. What do you think? Not sure queens are the best blockaders? No, I'm sure that's what my sensei taught me. Must blockade this queen. Okay, what is this? Is he really going to just take that knight? The knight? Okay, well, it ties down my other knight. That is true. Why don't we pile up over here? Maybe I can get a quick mate on the C file. He believes in the caveman approach here, it looks like. I believe in chasing his queen away. Do I have a chess coach? No, I am what you call self-taught. Although I have a friend who's a better player than me, and so I go over my games with him. So you could think of him as like a coach, but really we're just friends. H6 with Luft and then eat his pawn if he pushes. I thought there was something dubious about H6. But yeah, maybe you're right. Give the king some Luft. But I like Rook G4. I think that's cool. Lufted tempo is always good. Yeah, but what about Rook G4? Isn't that great? It's not just good, it's great. Now what? I don't really know what's going on here, actually. That queen is looking like a pretty good blockader, huh? Oh, no, he brings his rook in. What a bum. Is he going to trade off my rook? Just going to keep piling up. Let's ask this knight where it wants to go. Where do you want to go, knight? Maybe that was a bad idea, but I can take here with the rook. That was a good idea. I knew that all along. I knew it all along. I was planning. That's the reason why I was chasing the knight away, was actually so I could think of playing rook to... Queen is a fantastic blockader, but it's a better attacker. Yeah, you have a point. You have a point, sir. I wonder if he can take the knight anyway. Rook takes, knight takes, rook takes. It hits my queen. I take his queen, he takes my queen. I guess he has to give up the exchange to do that. Oh, but he gets it back here. He can take my rook at the end. Yeah, he can do that. Pretty clever. Pretty clever, these guys. So, if I take his rook, he takes my rook, and then what have we got here? I have rook and queen, and he has a queen and two knights. Or if I take his queen, he takes my queen. I take his knight. Queen takes pawn. I didn't think of that. We can look at that in the post-mortem. So I'm up the exchange. His queen is hidden, also his rook. Very interesting. Here, let's attack a pawn here. Or maybe I should pin his knight. Not sure. So how many pawns? He's got a bunch of pawns. One, two, three, four. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's even. Okay. So the problem really is just this advanced pawn here. So let's yeah, it's a scary pawn. I will admit that. Yeah, and I misplayed that actually, because his knight can come out now and attack my his knight can come out and attack my rook if I put it here. Then I could go here, but then he could push the pawn again. Not looking good. Hey, let me walk right up to it, huh? Am I inside the square of this pawn? That's the question. See, he pushes, I take, he takes, I take. He pushes again, I go here. He pushes, I go here. I am just inside. So we're going to take... Oh, I have 2 rooks. No need to be inside the square. Hey, good thinking. Good thinking. Okay, let's take this pawn maybe. Okay, let's give up a pawn to get a pawn. I'm close to trapping his rook. I wonder if he notices that. I love this kind of thing, this little rook trap. It always kind of catches you by surprise. Yeah, he resigned. All right, so I'm staying over 1800 for now. And FM blundered against you today. Yeah. Oh, you found out afterwards. Yeah, sometimes those blunders are pretty subtle. If it takes a computer to find it. Oh, thank you. Here, let's go back. There was a point. Joe made a comment about queen takes pawn here. Let's take a look at that. That was an interesting. So this was the Blackmar-Diemer gambit. If you're unfamiliar with it, it's kind of an interesting way to play, although not entirely sound. Yeah, so we got into this section. So he just took my knight. Should I trade first, or should I take right away? I'm down a. I'm down a. I'm down a. I'm down a knight at this point because he just grabbed a knight here. But if I take the pawn, he's got two pieces hanging. He's got the rook hanging and he's got the queen hanging. So he saves the queen, and I can just take there, and I'm up the exchange. Yeah, that'd be a better way to do it. I'm up the exchange, and I'm in a better position than in the game. There's even potential threats over here. Yeah, well spotted, Joe. Okay, let's get another game here. Chess 5-3-4-2-1. Seeing a lot of d4 this session. We get a normal opening. Nothing funky. Nothing weird. We get a Nimzo Indian. No Budapest. Oh, you want me to play the Budapest? I've never played it. Yeah, I should probably play it. You're right. Yeah. I think it's interesting when it's played against me. I never get anything great. I play the Nimzo on both sides. I play it with white and black. This is how I play, in fact. I play with the E3, the Rubinstein variation. And yeah, solid openings. The Budapest, I can't say it's not a solid opening. If I go there and he pushes, I take, he takes. I'll have to move the knight again. So let's go here first. Like h5, yeah. The solid h5. In the Budapest, white can hold on to the pawn. But he ends up with a terrible position. It looks really awful. Okay, so I think I'll just move that pawn out of his radar there. Then proceed with this normal kind of stuff. I have played the Queen's Indian sometimes as an alternative to the, as an option. If white avoids the Nimzo by playing knight to f3, then you can go into the Queen's Indian. I haven't played that, but lately I've been playing with Benoni or Gambit against that. So I think I just castle here. Gonna try and push this pawn, but yeah, he's set up to prevent that. That's kind of interesting. But he's not taking. So what's going on here? Where is my light squared bishop going? Well, if he never takes and he just leaves the tension here, I could put my bishop on this diagonal. Let's create that possibility here. As soon as I fianchetto, he pushes. Is that the logical response? Well, I could play bishop out to 6, go after the c pawn. I always thought that was kind of a risky way to play. I normally like to bring my knight around to the king side. But let's try this. I mean, this is a playable line too, as I understand it. Oh, he's going that way. That's his thingus. Yeah, so he is going to push. Is he? He's not opening up this diagonal for this bishop anytime soon. He isn't, but he is getting an open file for his rook, so yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, now he pushes there. I could maneuver my knight around to this square. He gets to push with tempo. Maybe that was not a great idea. Ah, he's going to kick my knight away when I play this, so... Yeah, I think I got myself into some trouble here. Well, it is what it is, as they say. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? And if he pushes, I can take. If he always play f6, yeah, that goes along with always blockade with your queen. He says I can't take it. He's playing this unusually well. Mr. 534211, if that is your real name. I can't do that. Yeah, this is a disaster. Whatever. I'm going to try and distract his bishop. What could I have done? I could have done g6. Hits his knight, but I thought he would play bishop takes g6. I can do that because his pawn is hanging if he takes. g6, bishop takes g6. I don't see the pawn hanging. It's got 2 rooks on it. Oh, this pawn over here. Yeah, that's not really all that relevant. It didn't seem to me. Yeah, so he's going to take my knight, take back. It'll hit his rook. Just thinking, let's ignore that. It makes me feel good about my game. Well, first let's take here. And I'll take here. So this is certainly losing, but it was all too annoying. So he goes there, huh? All too annoying. So I've got a fork, but he takes with the pin. Yeah, this guy is too good here. And my knight is out of play. But I'm going to lift up my queen and double my rooks, you know. What else you going to do? Okay, well, finally we get some resolution here. Oh, too bad. He's got rook here. Queen here. This is just, I'm just dead all over. Knight there. Knight there is pretty good. You know, I'm going to check something here. Just feeling a bit suspicious and paranoid at the moment. Not that it's unheard of for me to lose, but his moves seemed extraordinarily accurate to me. So we're going to check it out. It's a complicated position. Normally there's some mistakes there. At 8 average cent-pawn loss, I would be suspicious, except I only have a 7 average cent-pawn loss, so maybe it was all hopeless and it didn't matter what we played. Let's see this the rest of the way. So now we're getting into where I'm making some mistakes and he's still maintaining this high level of accuracy. Okay, so he made some little mistakes. Wasn't completely a flawless performance. Still, this level of play is much better than 1800 level. In a complicated position, yeah, I'd expect this number down here, the average cent-pawn loss, to be somewhere between 30 and 60. You can see mine's around 54, which means I was playing a little worse than usual. He had a 15 cent-pawn loss throughout that whole sequence. He's either cheating or he's a lot stronger than he says. Let's take a look for a second here. His rating has been up and down. He only plays blitz. He's played tons of games. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I ban people if I'm feeling suspicious. You can block them by this thing over here. Oh, you can't see it. Anyway, there's a little block thing on their indicator. You can block them and then you don't have to play them again. But I'll leave that up there. If he plays me again and have a similar feeling, I'll block him next time. 1814. All right, and I get the white pieces, so I don't have to face d4. Play de French. Oh, he plays the win hour. I'm going to play my pet line here. The Winckelmann-Riemer gambit or something like that. Black can win a pawn here, but you can win it back with queen to g4. And this is a line. He doesn't play it. Why not play that? So I have a choice between pushing and going into an exchange variation. I don't think defending it is particularly good because he can push here. I could just take his c-pawn. Oh, really? You blocked him, and then the random game he was paired up against you? Interesting. If he takes, I'm still going to play queen g4 and try and recap that pawn. I'll have this weird tripled pawns. I'll have an extra pawn, but it'll be this weird tripled pawn structure. But, you know, that's why you play the French, is to get funky looking positions like that. He doesn't want to take. Maybe he's afraid I'll take his queen. And he doesn't want to play without a queen. But if I trade queens, that's probably just good for him. Ah, so he gets the pawn back. Yep, you can always do that. Here, let's take here then. He keeps taking. I was surprised. I was thinking he should take here. So is he hitting anything dangerous here? Let's just take that pawn. Oh, that was a mistake, actually. I was thinking he had to take back with a pawn. But that's not the case at all. So we have an even position here, I think. I'm going to develop and get castled. It's I have the bishop pair and some split pawns over here. Bishop here looks nice. If I could only chase this knight away. Yeah, maybe I'll just start with rook to here. Giving up a pawn, but I can take a pawn. He defends. So what now? Do I play this now? Give up my bishop pair for the sake of getting my pawns back together? Is there something else? I could defend this pawn or push it. I could pin his knight. That's kind of cool, isn't it? I'm threatening to take it so he can't grab the pawn. Okay, rook there. Pinning my poor defenseless bishop. I can take there with check. That also gives up the bishop pair. But, yeah, relieves some pressure. Let's see. He's got bishop there. We have opposite colored bishops now. Uh-oh. Be careful. Okay, I'm pinning his bishop. Maybe I'll attack it next. Maybe I'll get that messed up pawn structure I was looking for after all. So now this just helps him. Just helps him. His bishop is coming here, though. I need to do something. Not really sure. I was getting my queen out of the way because otherwise my rook here was target, and couldn't move. So, double like this. Double like so. Yeah, I didn't want my bishop to always have to be defended. You know, this pawn was hanging the whole time. I didn't notice that until I got to this position. So I'm just trying to make the world safe for my bishop here. I could put the bishop here. Rook takes, knight takes, rook takes, queen takes, and then I could push that pawn forward. But he could take the pawn while I do that. Not sure. Could put my knight here attacking his bishop, but is that really threatening much? I could threaten his queen. This knight here. Is the bishop going to move? Goes here, here. Could go here. The queen supports there. I could kick it. Could go there. Yeah, let's lift my rook. Unless I'm overlooking a threat, I guess that works. If I go to g5, he could exchange the knight for the bishop. I'm not quite sure how that works. Oh, rook takes, yeah, rook takes knight and queen takes bishop. Yeah, that would be the case. That would be the case. So can I play bishop to... I can play it, but I still lose this pawn. Okay, I can take his queen, give us equally messed up pawn structures. Oh, he took with the rook. Why didn't I think of that? Why did I not think of that? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet here. Maybe that was bad too. Well, he's not threatening mate until after he takes here, so if he plays... No, he is threatening mate right away. Yeah, that just doesn't work at all. Because I can't take back. I cannot take back because of the mate. Yeah, he noticed. Okay, let's get another game here. Uh-oh, my road to 1800 is looking a little rocky. My road to stay at 1800. Okay, Blackburn 10, 1852. He plays the Austrian defense. Don't really know how to play this. It's supposed to not be that great. Where's the check? There is a check on the diagonal, I guess. Yeah, there's the check. He got the check. I think I'm just going to play e4 here. Develop my bishop and castle. Simple chess. Where to develop the bishop, though? That's the question. Here. I think I suspected of cheating. Next game, 3 blunders, 68 cent upon loss, and sometimes long thinking time. Yeah, he just had a good game. That's why I didn't automatically block him. That happens. Okay, can I develop my bishop with tempo here and then bring a rook over? Does the queen have a good move? The queen could attack my bishop, I guess, but my bishop can drop down. Well, I guess he can win this pawn, huh? Say queen here attacking my bishop, and I drop back. Then he takes this knight, I take back, and then he takes this pawn. He doesn't go for it. Let's kick the bishop. Yeah, maybe I should develop the rook first. Oh, opening things up here. Nice. So he likes having a king that I can check. Yeah, we can play the check now. Does it do anything? What's his answer? What is your answer, sir? Oh, I probably had a better one here, right? Yeah, bishop here check. Would have won his queen. Okay. Let's take the knight and threaten mate. No, I can't do that, huh? I can threaten mate over here with queen b3. Looks pretty dangerous for black here. Blackburn 10. Okay, decided to give up. Just gave up. Okay, let's get a new game here. e4. How about a Sicilian? Ah, 1926. This is a strong player. So he's going for some kind of closed Sicilian with bishop on the diagonal here. Avoiding all those crazy complications, but it's a pretty solid way to play. I'm going to go with the fianchetto here. And he can set up some kind of Grand Prix attack with f4, but he's going with d4. Let's get castled. At the moment, I have this square available for my knight if he pushes. Let's kick the bishop. Goes back there. So he can win a pawn here, but it's not the world's greatest pawn. So I'm guessing he won't do that. I have knight here hitting his bishop. Plays the closed Sicilian in the English with the idea of rook b8 and a6. Well, rook b8 gets the rook off this diagonal here. Rook b8, a6, and b5. Yeah, and then push the pawns forward. Makes sense. So he says I can have his bishop. He will take with a pawn and open up the file here. Okay, it's a deal. Now what do I do? Can I get my knight over to this square? It takes like 3 moves to get there at the best. In the best of time. I'm doing good today, John. Thank you. So let's see. Bring my bishop out. Got to develop my pieces if he's gonna start attacking me. I gotta get things together here. Okay, I'm gonna lift up my queen so I can bring a rook over, and maybe I can trade off his light squared bishop. That would be an accomplishment. I can't. He says no, you can't. I could play. Could I play? Is it possible to play e5, hitting the knight? He takes, I take. I don't take. My queen is not defended. So if he kicks my bishop, I'm going to have to take his knight. But if he doesn't kick it, I'm going to play e5. Okay, he just got off the diagonal there. There's my move. I just played it. Well, anyway, John, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, so should I just take his knight anyway? I take, he takes, I take back, he takes back. I mean, he gets his kind of ideal. The ideal situation he was looking for. How about if I drop my knight back? Where does his knight go? My knight's a little bit in the way here, so I'm not entirely sure about this course of action. His knight goes there. Okay, no problem so far. So I could just trade off this bishop. Let's go ahead and do that. Maybe I can play g5 and knight g6 to get this knight into the game. Or maybe I should just break with f5 here, because the knight's supporting the f5 push. And he won't have a bishop to pin me or anything. So he's going to double on the f-file. He sees this f5 idea too. So pawn to f5, rook doubles. I can just take. If he takes, I can push. There's a fork there. If he doesn't take, I can take, and there's still a fork. So I guess he needs to move one of them knights. Unless he's got a clever move here. He's a pretty high-rated player, so he might find something clever. Oh, yeah, he moves the knight. So I'm going to take, and he's going to take, I guess. Playing 1200s. Well, you're a lot stronger than the 1200s, Joe. So I imagine it would be easy. So I could exchange rooks, but how about I threaten the big fork? Yeah, isn't that nice? The big fork. Oh, shucks, he spotted it. So my bishop is kind of boxed in here. Taken the pawn and threatened the fork? Oh, I could have taken a pawn. Yeah, that would have been fine, huh? Okay, he's ganging up on me, guys. Yeah, he got the fork. Oh no, he got the fork. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter what I do here. I'm going to be in trouble in any case, huh? Just going to try and get in a cheap check here, at least. Or push the pawn. Well, I still have the check, though. He might consider a queen sacrifice. Might be good. Queen takes knight, bishop takes queen, rook takes rook, rook takes rook, rook takes rook. So he gets a lot of pieces for the queen. He gets a rook and two minor pieces. And I might even get mated here. So probably this is no good. Ah, but he just did that. Okay, well, in that case, I was going to take the rook to kind of reduce the pressure along this file. And now he can get the exchange back by taking either rook. I guess I'll take with the bishop. So it'll be queen and bishop versus queen and knight. Okay, he had to take that rook. He took that rook with check. If he took the other rook. Oh, never mind. You were seeing ghosts. Anyway, what is it? It's even, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have the worst minor piece here, maybe. It's maybe a case of bad bishop versus good knight. And yeah, he goes for the endgame. I kind of went for the endgame just to simplify things in time trouble here. Yeah, that was my plan. Get the bishop out. Although it's a question whether you really want to put the bishop on that square. I think I'm going to follow some kind of blockading strategy here. Yes, he can do that. His knight's well placed. He's not moving his knight, he's just keeping it there. And I have to decide. So if I let him push all the way here, I can put my bishop here, actually. Try and stop his pawn from coming forward. So if I push, he takes. I take, then he pushes, and I come back. He can't defend it, can he? Just keep them there. Yeah. You are right. I should probably do that. But anyway, I made the impulsive decision to trade. I can't really attack any of his things. But he has trouble attacking my things too, so I guess I'll just keep my king over here and not do much. Oh, he wants to force me to decide, huh? Go for the center pawns. Okay. He's still trying to play tricks, huh? So he goes there. What does that mean? I don't know. What's he trying to do? Is he trying to get his knight somewhere where he can attack? Oh, he wants to do this. It's certainly a draw. Certainly a draw, unless he lets me in. Yeah, time. Gotta watch the time. There we go. 18 seconds left. Well, that's why I like a increment time control. People ask me why I want it. It's because of this. If there's a simple draw, you should be able to get credit for it. So that was a decent result. I had black against a stronger player and managed to survive. Or at least not lose. Okay, here we're going to go for the English. Magnus Academy AN, 1781. He aborted. Magnus, I'm going to report you, Magnus. MOMO. Evenly rated game here. He goes for some kind of symmetrical setup, maybe. Does he know what I am planning? He plays the King's Indian against the Botvinnik setup. I've had this quite a lot. There's some people who just play the King's Indian against everything. AI claims I was 7 points ahead. It was probably a win there at some point in the endgame, but I would have lost on time trying to figure it out. Run to the queen side. Yeah, take advantage of some weakness over there. Okay, he's going to push this pawn. How do I want to be set up to handle that? I could push first. I am set up for that. Yeah, let's do that. That's one of the advantages. Moved row up and left. One of the advantages of the Botvinnik system here is you can just play that F4 move at any time. Before repetition draw, I could move. Oh, I could have walked forward and chased his king around. That's interesting. Well, that's my excuse. I just didn't even look. But if I had had more time, I guess I would have paused and looked. You know, I would take his knight here and open up his king side. My queen is ready to come in. Wins a pawn, and yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, it looks a little suspicious, weakening my king that way. But isn't this just good? Too bad I can't check from here. I guess I bring the bishop in first. Here. The check is just leading to a queen trade. Oh, that's the problem. Because his bishop controls this square. Maybe I'll bring the knight in. Yeah, that forces the queen trade, huh? Or he can avoid it, I guess, by pushing the pawn. I wasn't expecting that. Now that's a problem because this square. Because of this square. Okay, I hope I didn't. If he avoids, he gets mated. Okay. That's true, right? No way to avoid. I gave my king a space to run to when he plays knight to f2 check. That was what that was about. I didn't want the, you know, the king on this square and his knight on this square in the glare with the bishop setting up some kind of killer discovery. So now I can just move aside. Yeah, anyway, let's come in with the knight. I have things I can do too. It's not all one-sided here. So I want a pawn and he won a pawn. We've got 2 bishops and a knight each and 2 rooks. Do not attack his knight. Yeah, Rick here to attack his knight. I don't think so. But I could bring the other rook over to attack his knight. Yeah, it doesn't work. It looks like a skewer, but since he can move his, since he can move with check, it's not a problem. So do I want to go here with check? He moves his king, and then I have to move again. I don't have to move again. So he moves his king with check. He could take. I have good squares after that. Or I could come back here to chase his knight away. Goes here with check, king up, then where? Yeah. Either rook move doesn't work. He can grab a pawn here too at the end of all that. So let's move with check. And so I can always move my knight again with check. I wanted to defend this pawn, but I don't have a good way to do that, do I? Okay, I'm just getting away from the check so I can move my other rook to some central square. Yeah, I guess if I move my... yeah, they're hitting this pawn too, right? Things are falling apart on the queen side here. If I move my knight with check, he can bring his king forward and attack two pieces at once. So that's not the good. I can come back to G6. He noticed, huh? Okay, let's defend the bishop. Yep, he noticed. He noticed my little problems. Spotted something. Can't come forward with the king. He could have blocked with his bishop. Oh, no, I had control of that. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, that was lucky. Just spotted that. Should have taken here first. I can take here now. It's not a fork, no. Sadly, not a fork. So what is it? It's two pieces and four pawns versus two pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm down a pawn here. I went back that way, so this is nice because this diagonal is closed here. So this pawn is defended. If I can't attack something, I think I will just defend here. Although actually, let's attack something. Right, if he takes that pawn, go for mate. Is there a mate? His king is nearly out of squares. Yeah, looks like he noticed his problems. Okay, so I'm just going to solidify here for a second, and we'll see how it goes from here. He's got the bishop pair. It's probably good for him, right? I have a little more time. Wouldn't h7 have been king rook fork? No, because the board is too small. Darn those boards, you know, if it was a shogi board. If it was a shogi board, we would have an extra square there. Okay, I'm pinning this pawn, hoping to set up this kind of thing. And he nicely allows me to do it. So yeah, time is a factor here. He just ran out of time. Yeah, I'm threatening just to take the bishop. He could just move the king, though. Yeah, I think if he just moves the king, he's fine. Challenge me to a casual game? Okay, let's play. The casual outsider. Why are you only 1264? You're sandbagging, aren't you? The Atano outsider. Anyway, thank you for the game. You don't play blitz. Okay, so you just your rating is out of sorts. Oh, you're going to play the Budapest? Is that what this is? Budapest. I play this simple line where I don't try to keep the pawn. And I prevent the check. Prevent bishop and knight from coordinating on f2. So yeah, I'm playing in kind of a defensive way, but that's the style I learned. And eventually you castle and develop and your pieces are in good squares. And so it's okay for white. In theory. Oh, he's going for a fianchetto. Or not. He's not going for a fianchetto. He's going for that. That is interesting. Yep, set up some solid defense there on the knight. So what can I do? Anything? Develop my rook. It's funny, but the computer is always suggesting to play the move f5 in these situations. I really wonder about that. I really wonder. So knight here, is he going to move his bishop away? Or is he going to trade my knight? Yeah, there's some trick he could play here against my undefended bishop and the knight check. if he takes my knight and I take back with the queen, then I can play here with check. I can take with the bishop. Taking with the bishop threatens his rook in the corner. Does it? Does it threaten that? I don't know. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that annoying bishop there. Now he's got that coordination. Yeah, I will play f5. f4 rather. I will play f4. I will play bishop f3. Oh, he lost a pawn almost. Almost lost it. But unfortunately for me, he's a threatening mate. Wish I had a good bishop move. I didn't want to just give up that bishop. Okay, I think he has to move the knight now. I just wanted to get in bishop f3. Is that too much to ask? There, attacking my rook and bishop. And here, you can just take there because I need to defend here. So give up the exchange. I pin the knight. Aha, like that. Okay, so I can take the knight. And defend like so. So opposite colored booties, opposite colored bishops. Put all my pieces on dark squares. Why not rook f3? Because it's a light square. I wanted to defend here. That's the main reason. Rook f3 with the idea of rook g3. But he could always put his bishop here, so. Oh, I guess he can just take that with the bishop, huh? Or can he? Can he take that? Maybe not, because I can take back with the rook. Can't take. When I said can, I meant can't. He could play f6. Always play f6, as Joe said. As Joe himself has said. So you step back with the queen. Yeah, so let's defend things here as best we can. I wonder if I can push through with h4 to h5. or h4 and g5. Ah. Let's get off that diagonal there. Okay, dropped back with his bishop. So what happens if I push? He takes, I take, he takes, I take. Isn't that pretty good? I'm threatening just to take on f6. Or h6, I guess either one works, huh? So I take on f6. He's going to take here, huh, and force a trade. I take here, he takes here, I take, he takes with check. I block. He can trade, then take back. That looks all pretty even. But what you gonna do? I still have this pawn here. And I will take, huh? If I push, he just takes, so I should take. And push. This looking good. Oh, he can stop it. He can stop him. Let's go after these other pawns here. He's going to bring his bishop in to attack my pawns. Yeah, pretty tense game here. He's bringing his bishop in to do nothing. Well, he's preventing my king from getting to this square. I was thinking maybe he would come in and take these pawns. But I guess he doesn't want to allow my king in here. Oh, he put his king there. Well, that was foolish of me, except, yeah, he's tied down. Okay. I can bring the other pawn in, right? Time to sack the rook. Yeah, I was thinking that. I did it a move too late, huh? So where's his check? His check is here. Ah, he's going after that one. Yeah, I thought that was a bit dangerous for him. think it's mate in two, right? Check here, he goes there, and pawn forward. So he gives up the rook. And can he draw this? That's the question. Yeah, he can never take my pawn, so... I guess this is all okay. King f4, g4 would have been much easier, but this still works. Yes, no doubt. No doubt there are easier ways to do this. Yeah, let's just bring the king over. Student body left. He's making me do this the hard way. There is increment, isn't there? Yeah, there is increment. That's right. That's what I like. No rematches. I only play one per game, per session. But thanks for the game. That was very entertaining. Ah, you were going to play on time. Yeah. That's why I like the increment. Okay, hanging in there at 1818. And let's see, I did a Sicilian already, so let's do a French. Do the win hour. Take. No, you push first. Break, and then take. Yeah, I played this wrong the last time I played this. I forgot about the queen move here. I mean, this is just a line. There's other lines, but I wandered into a line the last time I played this where I was totally busted in about 15 moves. Here you can play on a little longer. White is still better in this line, but at least things hang together for a little bit. Okay, and then you can start to maybe build some pressure over here. There is a threat of taking here and the check here. You can still, you can still get a timeout. So I take, and he takes, and I take. Oh, he can take with the queen. Yeah, maybe I could have played on taken on d4 immediately because of queen takes c3. Pretty big threat. So he just locked up the center. That's kind of interesting. Where's the queen go? Actually, I should have taken on c3 again. Keep forgetting this idea. I can do it now, right? Say knight takes, queen here, check, bishop here. I take the rook with check, or the knight. Can the knight move somewhere to stop the check? King moves. Oh, the queen's defending c3. The queen is defending c3. Okay, let's get castled. Yeah, I spotted it eventually. Just a little slow on the uptake sometimes. Well, maybe I should get my knight to c5 here, c4. He stops me. Well, how unfriendly is that? Let's develop my light squared bishop if I can. How is he the one with the bad bishop? I don't get it. I have a bad bishop. That's what you're supposed to have in the French. Yeah, his bishops don't look so great either, right? This dark squared bishop is all behind these pawns. Yeah, he's gonna harass my poor knight. His bishop is stuck because of his queen and his knight, yeah. Gonna defend with my knight and my rook. So with the knight on f8, there is no mate. That's a famous Bent Larsen saying. Anyway, so my knight can still now, my knight can once again come around to the c4 square. Maybe look to jump in here in his camp. Maybe pressure on the c file. Not sure. Not sure what it does actually. Maybe the bishop should go there instead. Ah, he offers to trade off the bishop. I'll take that. I'll take you up on that offer. Thank you kindly, sir. I was going to have trouble figuring out what to do with that bishop anyway. So maybe just double on the c file, trade off the bishop, and take the c pawn. How's that sound? Of course, he can defend with knight to... you need to play more blitz. Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, you have to get used to the time control. So yeah, I don't even think I need this knight over here anymore, as long as my rook is controlling these squares that he might checkmate me on. Could probably try and get this into the game here somehow. But where could it even go? Here, here, here. It doesn't, it has a route with no squares on it. It could get to here. Okay, we're going there. Maybe I just need to push my queenside pawns. Maybe that is the answer. Oh, he's defending this way. Oh, that's clever. I see. I see. Ah, he wants to put his knight in here. Yeah, that makes sense. A respectable alternative to other moves. I want to trade this knight off. I think I will be able to. Just had to move this knight. Had to defend this pawn so I could move this knight. Ah, he can stop me. He can stop me, huh? Let's bring this over here. Try bullet, 30-second, no increment. No, I can't play bullet. I don't know if I ever tried, but I may have wandered into one. You know, I can barely play 3+2. 3 seconds, 3 minutes plus 2 seconds increment. That's about my best. My only hope. Help me, Obi-Wan, you're our only hope. Okay. Time for that knight to go. Bye-bye, knight. Ah, he wants to keep the pawn. That's a deal. You can keep the pawn. So I could take here. Let's put this back here. Let's see if I can do something clever with my pieces. When I get a rook on an open file. 3+0, yeah, I played some 3+0. I guess that's my closest I've played to bullet, because back in the old days on ICC I played some, but it's pretty bad. Pretty hard to take. Yeah, knight here to here, check. Goes to the back rank. Queen there. So is he going to sack here? Anyway, let's threaten the forks and things. So yeah, check here, winning the rook, or the fork here, hitting the queen and the rook. So check here, the king is going to run up. I wasn't sure where the best square was, but anyway, we'll get the queen away from some critical squares. Well, the queen is still looking at this diagonal here. That's pretty annoying. So if I take this pawn, for example, might be in trouble. Can take it this way. Just grab that pawn, and my queen and rook will be nicely lined up here. So that should work. Does he want to give up his bishop? No, he wants to play exciting chess, yeah? I can take his rook, but he can take my rook, and he'll have a pawn. So let's just take his pawn. Ah, and he ran. Yeah, so there was this idea here of pinning my knight, but I could take his rook, hitting the queen. So I think it didn't work. I think the idea did not work. So let's get my knight out of trouble. Free rook. Oh, free rook. Oh, that is so silly. Okay, let's get a rook. No, you were totally right. Thank you, Orange Pezzy. Too late, but correct. Okay, which rook should I take? This one. Take the free rook. Yep. Try number 2. So I think I'm going to be able to win this one. And yeah, he's going to be troublesome, huh? But he's out of time and making those typical kind of mistakes you make when you're low on time. Okay, so let's he resigned. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't going to Wasn't going to lose that one, I don't think. So I have time for one more game. Yeah, let's play one more. I'm running a little overtime, but I started late, so should balance out here. Let's go back to e4. Thank you, Tim Tim. Yeah, I like that game. It came out pretty well. And I'm still above 1800, so I have a whole session where I stayed above 1800. I can feel good about that. What is this? Oh, it's E6 Sicilian. Okay, just confused for a moment. Took me a while to get my bearings. Yeah, I'm not sure about that move. Some kind of trick play. So if I go here with the bishop to defend the knight one more time, he can take on b2, which would be annoying. If I kick the bishop, bishop takes, queen takes, pawn takes, should be okay. So he does nothing. Well, let's develop the bishop then. Not just above 1800. It was up for the day. Yeah. So far, haven't finished. The day is not over yet. Okay, so light squared bishop should go here, pinning that pawn. He'll just kick it here, here. Yeah, that's not bad, is it? I'm going to castle kingside in this position. I'm keeping the knight here for the moment, holding on to this pawn. He kicked it as predicted. But the bishop on this diagonal, is fighting against his pawn push here, so I think it's not bad. Okay, I do have to defend my e-pawn. I still want to castle kingside, though. There we go. I could take twice here, or once. I could take there until I had a pawn, then I wouldn't have to worry about defending this guy. But he went there. Okay, so drop the bishop back here. Because knight into c4 is kind of annoying, especially if I play queen d7. Oh, he's just going for it. He's going for it. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Knife Hits, and Adun Teritas, an Able C. Yeah, I didn't mention those earlier. Thank you for all the follows. There, okay. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that a while earlier. What to do here? Should I trade off his knight? He wants me to kick this knight so he can come here, sacrifice, and then push this pawn. So, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But I need to find a way to get this knight developed without losing this pawn. Maybe that's okay. He can take here with check, but my bishop is defended. Hey Gucci, you're woo woo woo. Oh, that's right. You're Gucci 94, but now you're woo 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 94. Welcome to the stream. We're just at the end, but we've been having a good time here. Doing well so far. Yep, he goes there. So should I just trade that? It's so weak. It is so weak on the dark squares there. If the knight goes to c4, I'm just taking it. But that was kind of my plan anyway. So now I have to trade, I think. And he's still making it hard for me to develop this. He's still making it hard for me to develop this guy. How annoying. I can't develop my knight while this guy is insufficiently protected. Oh, it's protected twice now. What am I talking about? I can develop my knight. I could also play f4 here, maybe. No, I guess not. Yeah, good thing I have a knight here. Knight here, knight takes, queen takes. Doesn't look like it's working, but anyway, it's kind of forced. Just played a nice Budapest game where my opponent thought he was tricking me by giving me 2 rooks and a bishop for a queen. Yeah, I did that in a game, but my opponent didn't take me up on it. It's kind of funny. Okay, so let's block the diagonal. And let's bring the knight out. I think I can just take that bishop next. Soon, anyway, I can take that bishop. And I will, even if it means losing a pawn here. Okay, so I'm feeling good about this. Got a pawn to attack. I've got a secure king position. And what, is black ever going to castle? I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. Maybe I'll put a rook on the c file, though. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, even in pawns. Aha. So he clamps down on my pawn push here. He could get the queens off with a check, but I guess I should try and exploit his king position here. I should also try and get my bishop in the game. Yeah, so maybe just pushing the f-pawn forward. Undermine the d-pawn here. Can't push that pawn forward. Ah. Well, it's a good thing they didn't allow me to do that. Otherwise, it might have been game over. I can still push here. I can't do this, huh? Well, I can take here with check. Let's do that. And I could take here. And take here. Yeah, unfortunately, he's got that check here, doesn't he? Well, that's not fatal. Queen here. Oh, he's going there. Okay, I can take there and then here. Aha, he likes these little tricks. He's trying to rely on the pin to have me screw up. Okay, time to activate my bishop. Yeah, that's what he thought too, huh? That's what he said. But I'm going to put my bishop here. Okay, he went for the draw. That was a fair result. He fought pretty well, and it was a little dangerous if we look at the analysis board for a second. If I had gone something like this, so say he goes here, I had planned to go like this. He's got this check. I guess he can't do that. He could take here. And this is a dangerous looking position. I have two passed pawns. He has one. Pawns are even. His king is centralized. My king is back. And black might even be better here, although his king can't come too far forward because these guys will run. Anyway, I was happy with the draw there. So happy to end this session, maintaining my rating here. So what'd they end up at? I ended up at 1823 there. Anyway, let's go to Twitch and see if there's somebody we can raid. Wake up, Twitch. Okay, I'm playing. Hikaru is playing. Oh, Hikaru is playing the Skilling Open semifinals, or maybe he's commenting on them. Let's go see what's up with that. That's been a very exciting set of matches to judge by the games we've been seeing. So let's get back to my dashboard. Okay, well, thanks everybody for following and for watching and commenting and stuff. And remember to follow me to get notifications for when I stream, and check out my YouTube channels, Jim Plays Go and Jim's Chess channel. And also, I have a how to play shogi series on my chess channel if you're interested in shogi as well. So we are rating in 3, 2, 1 now. So bye bye, everybody. See you next time.